Hey, it's Stephen Middleton coming from the Possibility Action Network. I'm Possibility Man. Today is Thursday, August 24th, and it's a very hot day in Lancaster, South Carolina. I think we were in the mid 90s today. Woo! Scorching outside, was out there earlier, and decided to come back inside to shoot another vlog around the theme limiting beliefs. I've worked in the academic world in higher education for 40 years. And I know that there are a ton of people who are struggling with limiting beliefs. I was not the only one. And the theme that I want to focus on today is the idea that what other people think about me, or in this case, you, matters. I've come to learn that what someone else thinks about me is really none of my business. Now, let's interrogate this together, and I hope that you make some comments in the notes and let me know what you think about this. But let's interrogate this together. First of all, if you ask what a person what they're concerned about, they may say, I'm concerned that other people think badly of me. Notice what that suggests. It suggests that there is someone else, and a person may make the assumption that this someone else thinks badly about them. Think about that for just a moment. They're trying to get into someone else's mind, and they're trying to dictate to that person how they should feel about their place in the world. And the person that they're pointing out may say, I like chocolate ice cream, or I do not like a butter pecan. That's their business. They may say, I like to drive a blue car, or I like to drive a pickup truck. That's their business. So people have a right to hold on to whatever thoughts that they may have about anything. And they may have a thought about you. But whose thought is it? It's their thought. It's their thinking. It has nothing to do with you. Now, of course, a person can hurt you. We're not suggesting that. That if a person tries to hurt you, get out of their way. If a person assaults you with language, get out of their way. You don't need to be around someone like that. If someone bullies you, get out of their way. Report them to the authority. I'm not suggesting that you lay down and be abused by someone else. But I am suggesting, though, that I've come to learn that to hold in your mind that someone else somehow controls the way you feel, or in this case, the way I feel, has absolutely nothing to do with me. There's a writer whose name is Terry Cole Whitaker. I'm holding her book in my hand today. And the book is entitled, What You Think of Me Is None of My Business. I discovered this book back in the 1990s. Someone told me about it and I picked it up. This is my second copy of this fine book. And she makes a point that I've made already, that what's in someone's mind has little to do with you, with, of course, the qualifications that I've mentioned a moment ago. Now, when you give someone that power to have an opinion of you, and that somehow stops you from doing something, it's simply giving them more power than they deserve. No one is that powerful to dictate, what you do in your life and with your life. I worked at several universities over my career, and it's very competitive on the university level. People publish articles, and the argument becomes, well, I publish in a better journal than someone else. People publish books, and the argument becomes, I haven't had a better publisher than someone else. And the person who hears that kind of comment may begin to feel badly, but they're in somebody else's business. They're not in their business. The popular American writer and personal development guru, Byron Katie, who travels around the world talking about people and their empowerment, says this, that there are three types of businesses. She acknowledges there's God's business, there is another person's business, and then there is your business. If you're fighting with the weather, then you're in God's business. If you're fighting with what someone else thinks about something, or what someone else likes or dislikes, you're in their business. And then Byron Katie asked the question, who is in your business? You're not in your business because you're in somebody else's business. I know what that feels like, to want to be approved, but that is a big limiting belief. A writer that I've mentioned before, whose name is Abraham Lowe, he passed away in the 1950s, a neuropsychiatrist. He says that a human being needs to become comfortable giving himself, in this case, self-endorsement. That, it's a bad thing to expect other people to endorse you and to be needy in that particular way. There's one last thing that I want to say on the subject of, it's not my business. It's others. I'm going to be my business. And that is, when you give someone else the power to have an opinion about you, and you're crushed by it because they may criticize you or tell you, in my case, they don't like your book, or they didn't like the article, or even hey, I don't like your vlog. If I allow that to crush me, then I've given those people more power than they deserve. Another human being is not your source. No one is your source. Now, if you're a child, your parent provides for you, but in effect, they're not your source either. The one that is provides for you through your parents. And that's why I wanted to do this vlog today. I want to embolden you to realize that you're not limited by the opinion of somebody else. Stay in your business. What another person thinks about you is absolutely none of your business.